Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel once again. So the Xbox, I guess Series X, or the Xbox in general, the game showcase just ended, and I just got done doing my live stream. So I just want to give my quick first impressions for those who probably haven't seen the live stream. They started off with Halo. This just be real quick here. I wasn't really impressed with what they did with Halo Infinite, to be honest with you. The graphics didn't look that impressive, especially when you go back and look at something what they did with Halo 4 and Halo 5, and they really upped the graphics really well. Like in a lot of those cutscenes, you don't know what's live action and what's CGI. It looked really, really well. And to me, it feels like they just went back and resimulated, Combat Evolved. It's like, hey, we know we kind of let you guys down. Here's Combat Evolved, remastered part 2, because we already got the Halo remastered, with the anniversary collection. It just feels very much like it. And I gotta be honest, as a hardcore Halo fan, as you guys see, I'm wearing my Halo shirt. I got Halo tattoo. I was a little let down by that. And I felt like the story that we were trying to tell from Halo 4 and Halo 5, as much as I'll be the first person to admit, I thought the story for Halo 5 was very, very underwhelming. I didn't like it. It's my least favorite Halo campaign ever. Halo 4, I thought they really did, a great job with the campaign. Maybe not the multiplayer, but in Halo 5, the multiplayer was good. The campaign suffered. And for that, so it feels like they kind of dropped that story in order to tell like this new story, which maybe it's attached some way, I'm not sure, but judging by the demo, doesn't really feel like it, and it feels like we're just going back to the same old thing. It's like, oh well, everybody loved Combat Evolved, let's go back to the original. We're gonna make this an open world type Halo, and I'm down for the open world aspect of it. That's one of my favorite things about Combat Evolved, but it just feels like we're not getting the next chapter that we were promised in this new trilogy, and it just feels like they're going back. It's much like Star Wars, right? Everybody hated The Last Jedi. Well, mostly everybody hated The Last Jedi. So when Rise of Skywalker came out, they were doing damage control. Like, okay, what does the fans want? And they do that, right? Where this, I feel like 343 is doing damage control. And like, okay, let's give everybody what they want. Like, even the AR doesn't look like the modern day ARs, and it was just, So Halo Infinite was a little underwhelming for me. Then we got to a series of games, and for the most part, all the games looked pretty good. Right? All the games looked pretty good. Some of them were definitely underwhelming, and it was much like the PlayStation 5 showcase, right? And I'm not picking sides. I don't know why people are picking sides, right? We're gamers. We are gamers. We get games, right? Look, guys, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, you can be fans of both. You don't have to pick a side. This ain't a life or death situation, right? Where I thought PlayStation 5 opened up with a bang with Miles Morales, and then they showed us some great stuff with Horizon, the new Horizon game. I felt like PlayStation was pretty mediocre other than those few standout games. Same thing with the Xbox Showcase. I felt like the Xbox Showcase was very mediocre with the exception of a few games. Now, they started out with Halo Infinite. Again, very underwhelmed by that trailer. Then we get a couple of good games, right? We have this one game where it's like cell animation and they're doing like this ritual around a deer. That looked fantastic, right? That looks like a game that I'm interested in. Then we get to some more mediocre games. Every other game seems like it's a post-apocalyptic world. Then, we get Phantasy Star from Sega, which I'm like, okay, this is big. This is a big, big thing. And then finally the mic drop at the end is a new Fable. So they ended off pretty strong. So I felt like it was very, very weak. And then when they introduced Tetris, I'm like, what are they doing? And then they ended it pretty strong with Phantasy Star and of course, Fable. We didn't get a new Perfect Dark that I was hoping for, but I felt like it was pretty much, if I had to compare it, I would give it about the same rating as I gave the PlayStation Showcase. Some mediocre games with a lot of good stuff sprinkled through. So I kind of rate both the Xbox and the PS4 or PS5 Showcase about the same. The thing that shocks me, though, and I kind of knew this going in, was almost every game, except for maybe one or two, are also going to be available on PC. Halo Infinite, also going to be available on PC. Fable, I believe, is also going to be on PC. Now, I recently, last month, bought my first ever game in PC. I bought it for work, not gaming. I bought it for YouTube so I can do YouTube stuff, and have better streams. I didn't buy it for gaming. I think I own like maybe 4 games on my PC. I did play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite on PC just to see how it would run. Plus, it was on sale for $10. But I did feel good knowing that Halo Infinite is going to be on PC. So if the Xbox Series X gets announced and it's like super expensive or it's hard to find because the pre-orders sell out, I know I don't have to worry to try to get it, that I can play the game on my PC. So I'm excited for that. Phil Spencer already said, he wants games to kind of go from PC to Xbox because it's Microsoft. It's not necessarily just the Xbox, So I do like that. I as a fan, I do like that because I know I'll be able to play Halo Infinite day one, no matter if I own a Series X or not. For those that don't have gaming PCs, that kind of sucks because now you're like, well, do I go get a gaming PC or do I get an Xbox Series X? And if you want me to be honest with you, I would say just get a gaming PC because then you could do like anything you want and not have to worry about, you could do anything you want on your computer and you not have to worry about the boundaries. With an Xbox Series X, you buy it and you can only play Xbox games on it. Granted, it's going to be backwards compatible and whatnot, but be honest with you, I thought the presentation, although some games looked really good, there were a lot of games I just did not care about. Same thing with PlayStation 5. I loved Miles Morales. I loved Horizon. There was a lot of games that I liked, but there was also a lot of games I didn't care about. These post-apocalyptic games gotta stop, man. The world is dour enough with COVID-19 going on. We don't need to play video games the same way, So those bright games that they showed during the PlayStation showcase and the Xbox showcase, those are the games that I'm interested in. I want to play in this fun, bright world. I'm so tired of this Last of Us type post-apocalyptic world. I'm done with that, So again, some hit and misses, much like the PlayStation showcase. But overall, I think they did a good job showing actual gameplay. Now, they said that all games will be available to play on Game Pass today. So I assume all the demos are going to be available to play. I looked before I started filming this. Halo Infinite's demo is not on Game Pass, so maybe it's going to be later on today. But again, also, if you're an Xbox user, all the games they showed today, you don't even have to buy. It's going to be available day one on Game Pass if you're a Game Pass owner. So if I have Game Pass Ultimate on my PC and my Xbox, I don't even need to buy Halo Infinite. I get to play it day one. So I do like those sort of things. I like how Phil Spencer and what Microsoft is doing for me as a gamer. But anyway, guys, that's my thought on the Xbox showcase. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, hit the like button. Also, guys, be sure to hit that bell notification. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and I did that too early. I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.